Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2. So, today we're going to go achievement hunting for some of the harder achievements in France because I've learned a thing between last episode and this episode. Let me explain. So, before this now, there are 3 achievements in the French DLC. There's one called Go Nuclear, which says deliver to 5 French nuclear plants at 5 specific cities. Check in, check out, which is delivered to all 6 French cargo airport terminals in 6 cities. And then Gas Must Flow, which is deliver diesel or petrol to all 7 French truck stops in 7 particular cities at specific companies. The problem is I've been looking for these for the longest time and I've never been able to find them. You just can't find jobs that deliver these products to these cities. So finally I poked about on the internets and people said, okay, the way you do this is you have to kind of do it through quick jobs. You can search for the company name and sort by recipient. So we're in the quick jobs right now, and if we search by Nucleon, then it's super easy because we just go like this. Here's one right here from the city in Romania all the way to Golftech, which is one of the cities that we have to deliver to the nuclear power plants in France. Here, however, is a much more reasonable one from Zaragoza in Spain. 8 hours taking diesel generators to a nuclear plant in Golftech, and that should give us one of those 5 deliveries. So we're going to take this now. We're going to get helicoptered in to fly, not our regular truck here, and we'll get started. And this should give us one of the first 5, well, give us the first of 5 cities that we would need in order to get this achievement. So I'm kind of excited. I didn't realize, it took me like a minute to figure this out once you start searching. So we go here. Here we have it. The train foundry. This is diesel generators. This is a Volvo that we're driving, which is kind of like our truck. I don't think, usually these rent-a-trucks aren't super kind of powerful, but let's get going here. So we'll start out and, how do I get out of here? Oops, I gotta turn this part on. There we go. Over here we go. Through the building it would appear. So yeah, excited. It should be a nice kind of 8-hour drive. It's, what time is it now? Tuesday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Should be pretty straightforward. Looks like we got a nice drive outside of Spain here. So let's get this going. We'll get out on the highway here and we'll touch base as we get further on the road. And I'm excited to kind of finally figure out how to do these achievements because I swear I've probably spent 2 hours over the time that we've played the game trying to figure out how do you ever get one of these deliveries to these cities, because it's just, they're not available. Every time I'm in France, I've been looking for them and there's just nothing available. So this is the way to do it, apparently. Now, it's still going to get more challenging, right? Because we have all of the cities that we can deliver to for nuclear, for the French, to the French cargo airport terminals, and then for the diesel or petrol to the truck stops. So we can pick any of the targets. I'm sure when you need that last one specific city, it might take a while before it shows up and you can get it. But at least this way, it's a little bit possible to get it. So we'll keep going. We'll get out of Spain here and we'll see you as we get on the highway. Alrighty, so we've got some kind of an accident up here. And they're trying to route us around this thing here. And they're waiting. Not quite sure what's going on, but we're not going around it, that's for sure. So let's just kind of work our way right through this. Yeah, this is just optional. We're just helping out now. Over here we go. Yep, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, those little cones don't matter too much. Yep, excuse me. Just cut right down here. Plenty of room. Yeah, a little bit of an accident, but no worries. We got plenty of room. Thank you. Excuse me. Alrighty. There we go. Those are optional. Purely optional roadblocks. Yep. Oops. I don't know what we hit there. Hope that wasn't a firefighter. Excuse me. Anyway, there's about 7 hours left. And that sure saves a lot of rerouting when you do that way. So making good time now, except for that little slight delay to get through that optional obstacle there. Looks like we got some clouds in the sky up ahead. It's about 5 o'clock now on a Tuesday afternoon and making pretty good time. Got all highway driving, it looks like, a little bit. So no cars on the road now that we've left all the ones behind the roadblock there. So this is pretty easy wheeling. Now the other one of those kind of achievements that I've been trying to get through the quick jobs is the Orient Express. Some of you may recall that quite a while ago, we did the second leg of that. The hardest one to get was like Salzburg to Vienna, I think it was, or Salzburg to Munich was supposedly the hardest leg to get. And I kept looking. Every time I log in, I tried to get Salzburg to Munich. Finally, we got it. I've got that one done. And then the one that's not supposed to be so hard is Munich to Vienna. And it was available as soon as I finished that previous one. Then I thought, well, I don't want to do 2 Orient Express episodes in a row.
Bitte rechts halten.
Bitte rechts halten. Okay, must be this way. So, I didn't do it. I said, oh, it's always going to be available, right? So we don't have to worry about it. And then since then, every single time I log in and I look for Munich to Vienna, and they're not been available. So probably 50 times I've looked at it. So still trying to get that Orient Express achievement. I think at some point, I know that someone said you can get it with trailers and stuff, and I might try that, but I'm convinced it's going to show up sometime, right? But anyway, it's pretty fun. We got the whole road to ourselves. There's no cars on the road. They've all been rerouted someplace else. I don't know how much longer it would have taken. Oh, here's some cars. Would have taken us to get through that had we not opted to do that optional way through. But yeah, we'll keep plugging along. 6.5 hours to go. It's an easy drive, it looks like. And we'll see in a little bit. It's got a little over 4 hours left. Pretty straightforward driving here. We're now across the Spanish border. We're into France. It's a divided highway, and we're making good time, except for the tolls. I forgot how many tolls there are in France. Gosh, there's just a lot of them here. But chugging along here, making good time, and it's interesting. Like almost every time I look over to the little newbie, some one of our drivers has racked up another 5,000, 7,000, 8,000 or so. Oh shit! This is kind of going slow here. This bus isn't passing the slow-moving vehicle. We got to get going. There we go. Now he's getting around them. And we're going to get, I think it said 20,000 for this, minus whatever damage we did to the truck there when we kind of barreled through that roadblock. But I'm guessing that we'll be over 200,000, which seems to me that means it's time to buy another truck. So we'll get another truck. So almost every episode, pretty soon it's probably going to be every episode where we can add a truck or a base or something like that. That's crazy. But night falling now, and we're cutting through the French countryside. I'm pretty excited actually about being able to start on these. Oh, another toll. We just went through a toll like 2 minutes ago. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty excited to get these achievements because ever since I've been playing, because I think we started right in England, and then we quickly came down into France, and I saw these achievements, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how you get those. And I started looking for deliveries for them, and there were never any available. And then we'd leave France and come back, and I'd look again, but it's kind of like that light bulb that's gone out. That's one of 4 light bulbs in a room, and you just never have to change it. So it just sits there, and you're like, God, it just annoys you, and it bugs you. And because it doesn't bug you enough, you just don't change the light bulb. And then you think, oh, it's going to take a long time. And then it takes like 4 minutes, and you're like, oh, why didn't I do that when we first started playing? Google how to get the Go Nuclear achievement in France. Because seriously, it took me about 30 seconds to find the answer on the internet. It's like Go Nuclear achievement, ETS2. Boom, there it is. Best way to get them is by quick jobs. It's like, oh, well, there you go. And now we know. Now, this will only be one of the 5 deliveries for this achievement that we need. And I think getting the last ones will be tricky. I'll kind of have to log in and check for quick jobs and stuff like that. And I don't think we'll do 5 episodes in a row of getting this one. I just want to kind of do the first one, get it under the belt, and then we'll probably do something else. Or I might do some off camera just to kind of pick up some more. Maybe we'll come back for the last one. But just try to rack up a few of these. But maybe, I think I might do a few, maybe one or two for each achievement too. Spend some time in France. And I know that we still haven't gotten all the French cities, so we haven't gotten that achievement yet. So it feels like I'm kind of gravitating towards some French achievement hunting. The thing about that one, though, is that it was, I counted the other night, and it seemed to say, I thought the achievement tracker said we're 6 cities short. Another toll booth. I thought they said we were 6 cities short. But when I counted how many French cities we hadn't been to, it looked like there were almost like 9 or 10. So I'm not sure why that's the case. Maybe some of the French cities aren't in the achievement for whatever reason. I don't know. It seems kind of baffling, but I'm sure it'll sort itself all out. We might just have to go to 9 to get the 6 or something like that. Or maybe my math is just really bad. That could be the case as well. But night has fallen now. We got about 3 hours left. We'll check in as we get about an hour or so away from our delivery. See you in a bit. So we've got about an hour left in the delivery here. It's just 5 minutes short of midnight on Tuesday evening game time. We've been driving through the dark now and finishing up this job. And just getting off the highway now for the final stretch to the nuclear plant, and we'll drop off the diesel here, diesel generators. The Volvo that we got here, the quick job truck, actually isn't half that bad. I know one of the things with these quick jobs that you notice is that they're not as good as your regular truck. Sometimes they're really bad and they just don't have enough power, it feels like. But this one's had some, respectable power. I mean, certainly not as good as the truck that we own. I mean, we're level 28, so we've been playing for a while. The truck we got's pretty good. And this doesn't compare to that. It doesn't quite have the pickup and things. But altogether, it's not as bad as I anticipated. I thought I remember doing, I think it was the Salzburg to Munich job that actually was quite slow. It didn't have enough pickup, and it was kind of a real chore to haul it around there. But this one's feels pretty good here. No worries at all. So we will let this bus cut us off, and then we're about 40 minutes away. Let's connect again as we get close to the nuclear plant, and hopefully this is going to work to trigger the achievement. I mean, somewhat confident it's going to work, and then we'll go buy a truck.
Achtung, achten Sie auf die
What?
Geschwindigkeitsbegrenzung.
Speeding violation. I wasn't speeding. That's weird. So one thing I noticed is that it's only 200 euros, but still. Anyway, I noticed that the Golftech city said discovered, but it didn't register in the achievement. So that must be one of those extra cities. I don't know why there'd be certain French cities that don't register in the achievement, but apparently there are. Because that one, usually when we get to a new city, it'll say such and such a city discovered, and then I'll see in the lower right-hand corner, which doesn't show up on the game screen, is that the achievement progress. It'll add a city to there and increment it by one, and then we'll see the achievement register there. But it said Golftech discovered, but then nothing happened on the achievement. So this must be one that did not count for that. For whatever reason, doesn't count for the French achievement. It's kind of weird. I would think all the cities would count, right? Golftech, for whatever it is, isn't enough of a French city to count as a real French city. See the nuclear generators off here in the distance, towers. We'll get in here and park it. All right, here we are, Nucleon right next to the towers. Let's see what they want us to do. A 90, nice. Right here. Must be right in front of us. All right. Okay. That doesn't seem too hard. If we come in this way and around and right at it, can we pull right in? Is there enough space to do that? It's a little tight over here, but I feel like we come up here and then cut right here. Can we just drop it right in? Or is that not in the right line here? Have to cut it tight, right? We can do that, right? Just jackknife it right in, and then straighten it out. Twist it like this. Now straighten it out. Ah, stop. Now we gotta straighten it out perfectly. Other way. Cut it too much, didn't I? Oh. Now there's no room in front. Ah, that's the tricky part. Okay. Well, we'll sort this out. I forget how tightly these European trucks turn. The other mirror. There we go. This should work. There we are. So not too bad, but did definitely screwed up the parking. It was a little bit harder to turn than I thought. So just going to take a quick screenshot, then we'll wrap this one up. Alrighty. Let's turn this in and go buy another truck. Yes, it did. So there's the achievement. Go nuclear, 1 out of 5. Good. So 4 more deliveries for that. 20,000 euros. Nice bit of an experience there. Over halfway to level 29. Let's continue on. We've got 209,000. Let's take a look here at our truck manager. See what kind of trucks do we have a lot of. A lot of Volvos, DAF, Renault, Mercedes Actros. Maybe another Scania, huh? Let's go get one of those. Let's go to truck dealers. And Scania right here, up in, that should be buy online. Let's get, money is no object. Oh, it is, 308,000, that's a lot. Yeah, we don't have enough money for these really nice ones. 245, 218, nope, not enough there. We'll have to get a cheap one for now and then upgrade it. So let's do that. Scamia, normal roof, sounds fine. S, purchase. Now we should have room down here? No. Italy. Yes, there we go. So we'll put it here in Milan. Add it there. And now let's go get our driver. Recruitment agency. Hire a driver. Excellent. Stephanie, she showed up last time too. She's pretty determined. Let's give her a job. Hire a driver. Yes. Into Milan you go. Hope you can speak Italian. That's your truck. Employed. Now, how many drivers do we have now? I've lost track. Where are we? Driver manager. 14, including ourselves. Nice. Very, very good. She's at, oh, we should set her up for not balanced. Let's get her right on long distance. That's the best way to do that. And that's good. And Anna K, who we just hired, I think, she's on long distance. She's picked up one. Saskia. We have to make sure we balance these out because there is that achievement for 10 male drivers and 10 female drivers. We want to make sure we get enough. What do we get right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 female and 5 male. So we need to make sure we hire male drivers for a little bit so we balance these all out. And anyway, we are done for that. We've got 1 out of 5 in the Go Nuclear achievement, and we figured out how to get it in an easy way. Not sure what we'll do next episode, although we've bounced back to American Truck Simulator. But thanks again for tuning in. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel out quite a bit. And then if you're new, please consider subscribing. Generally a couple of truck episodes coming out every week now. Thanks so much for tuning in and have a great rest of the week.